What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, CEO, MTS Nutrition. I'm answering your questions, Facebook.com/Marc Lobliner, my fan page. It's verified, so make sure you see that little check mark or whatever the hell Facebook does. It'll be the Facebook post at the top. It'll be a Q&A, and I'm answering all your questions. Of course, if I answer your question, you get a free tub, 5-pound tub of MTS Nutrition Machine Whey. Today's question comes from Jordan Gibson. What's your biggest regret, or do you have any, as a bodybuilder, athlete, husband, or father? Thanks for putting out such great products and content over the years. Thank you so much for the question. In business, in athletics, in everything I do, I like to say regrets are pointless because you can't go back and change them. If you read the book Choice Theory is an amazing book. I recommend it for everyone. Choice theory basically states that you can't change the past. You have to move forward and forge forth and move forth and get better in the future. And just forget about the past. Why? Can't change it anyway. So why dwell on something that is irreparable? However, as I look back at my life, I have no regrets as far as business. Even though within Stone, I don't think that was the best career move, partnering with Sylvester Stallone to launch that company. It led to me starting Scivation. With Scivation, I had a wonderful time, sold it. Now I have MTS Nutrition alongside Tiger Fitness. No regrets professionally. Educationally, I did what I had to do. Graduated college. I don't regret graduating college. Did I need that degree? No. Am I happy I got it? Well, why not? It's a fucking piece of paper. That's it. I learned a little bit. I got some experience. It taught me hard work. I had to pay my own way. So you know what? I have no regrets on that. My family right now is perfect. My marriage is amazing. It's a fairy tale. I love my wife more than life itself. But, and of course, let me just, before I get to the but, my kids are absolutely amazing. They're healthy, they're happy, they're overperformers, straight A students, just amazing, amazing young human beings who are gonna do great things in their life, whether it's athletically or academically or professionally. My kids are poised to do amazing things. I have no regrets in how we brought them up. I have no regrets in everything we've done with those children, because whatever we've done is working so far, and time will tell. Cammie's 12, Thomas is gonna turn 10 in March, and Preston is 5 years old. I have no regrets about that, no regrets. What I do regret is, I was just helping someone online today who's 20 years old, and she's going for, she wants to do great things. And she's going to school, she's working 2 jobs, she's a full-time caregiver for one of her grandparents, and it's just like, what an inspirational story. And the one piece of advice I gave her today is don't lose focus of what's important in life. Don't lose focus of that. And what I mean by that is my goal in life was to always be able to provide for my family once I had them. And my goal was to always have a family. And my goal was to always be a great businessman, to build something amazing, like what we're looking at here, like MTS Nutrition, like Tiger Fitness. Hell, like the company I sold in 2011. Very proud of that. I worked my ass off to get to where I'm at. And unfortunately, in the quest to be the greatest businessman I could be, and in the quest to be the greatest father, what started it all, what made it all possible, was my wife, Katie, 100%. When I met her in high school, I was heading down the wrong path. I was good at football, but I was getting in trouble outside of football, and I was doing some things I shouldn't have been doing. And when I met her, I just completely straightened it all up. I ended up having a great senior season in football. I ended up being able to go to college because of my ability to play football. And, it was a great experience, and I fell in love. At 16 years old, when I met my wife, I fell in love. I went from someone who had no focus, who was really upset because of my situation at home, who had anger issues and just couldn't keep it together, all I had was weight training and honestly my friends in the streets. And what my wife enabled me to do is see something beyond that. And I fell in love with the fact that, well, there was someone out there who actually cared about me, and someone out there who is honestly, to this day, there's not a nicer person in the world than my wife. Throughout the years, as business goes by, we build these businesses together, right? We work together every step of the way. She's supportive every step of the way. And then once we had children, I think with Cammie and then Thomas and then Preston, responsibilities just get high. And there's no time for date nights. Like, we didn't make any time for each other. We focused 120% on those children, which is honestly what we both thought was the right thing to do. And in that process, I was trying to build a future for my kids. I don't want my kids to have everything they want. I want them to work their ass off and appreciate things. But I also want to know that when I go, I leave them something. I leave them a legacy. So I worked and I worked and I worked and I traveled and I traveled and I worked. And when I was home, it was all about the kids. There was no date night. There was no cuddle time. She'd go to bed, I'd work, And I lost focus of what really mattered and what I was building the future for. And that's our goal, to reach a level of success where we don't have to work. And I'll never quit working. I'll work till the day I die, probably 18 hours a day, but because I want to, not because I have to, because I love it. And I remember we always used to talk about, it's beautiful, like, hey, guess what? What if we just can wake up and enjoy a cup of coffee with whipped cream on it and just look at the sunrise and, go and nature walks and, enjoy time. And then came that time with the kids that we just kind of lost focus of that goal. And I think that as we moved forward, we let's just say that we lost that connection. We lost that, we lost that reason. We lost that long-term goal. And, so we did go through some times because of, and we never, I don't think she never gave up. I can't say I didn't, but, I thought that, I had this fairy tale of basically, you got to be in love at all times. But, when you're with somebody and you're committed to them, you have to be willing to, spend that time with them and to understand that your relationship goes through different phases. So, long story short, now with us renewing our vows April of last year and everything involved, I realized that the one regret I have is losing focus of why I'm doing this in the first place. The means to an end. Now, there's never an end. What I do, doing right by my customers, having customer service, creating the best supplements ever, that's not a means to an end. That's what I do. So it's not like I'm trying to I'm suffering. This is what I do. This is what I've always loved doing. Helping people reach their goals and really doing things that challenge myself. How can I make a better tasting protein? How can I make a better pre-workout? How can we make a better content site at Tiger Fitness? How can we increase our customer service level? How can we start a new business on the side that does something even bigger and better, Katie and I? And I think that that's what I do. It's not a means to an end, but the thing is, what's really important to me and the person who's always been there by my side is Katie. And I think that, one thing I regret is losing focus of the fact that she is my reason for living, that she is my reason for being, that of everybody in this world, family and friends included, she's the only one, or the major one, the main one, who truly loves me through thick and thin, who truly stood by me through everything I've gone through, who I've been there for along the way, who we cried for. We were both around when both of our dads died. And I think that as business people, and I think CEOs have a tremendously high divorce rate. And the reason being is you get in your head this goal. You get this transient short/midterm goal that you're going to do this. I'm going to take my company to 10 million, then 20 million, then 50 million, then 100 million, then 200 million. Then I'm going to buy another company. We're going to acquire things. And we're going to be fucking Amazon. All right? But as you're working on that micro goal, your macro goal should be your loved ones, your family, your immediate family above all else. You kind of tend to lose focus of that. And the micro goal becomes your macro goal. Where my macro goal should have always been sitting in our retirement house and drinking a cup of coffee with whipped cream on it, looking at the sunrise and sunset and working because we love to work, became secondary to my goals of growing business, of being a great father. And also to you parents out there, a great family starts with the love of two people. And again, this is a modern society. I understand there's surrogate families, and I'm not knocking them at all. But in our traditional family, our family is a traditional family with a husband and a wife and children. In a traditional family setting, the strength of the family, including the children, is contingent upon the strength of the relationship between the mother and the father, the husband and the wife. If we are not a strong unit together, our family is weak. So, by having those date nights, by going to Vegas and renewing our vows, and having some time alone while, my brother watched the kids, while having those things seems minor, it's everything. Because together, not only are my companies better, our companies, saying my because that's how I was looking at it before, are our companies bigger and better and stronger. Hell, she loves this company probably more than she loves me. But our children will grow up in a nurturing, loving household where they see mommy and daddy kiss each other good morning, where they see us holding hands in public. They see us working together every day. That's for my family. Now, I hate to get on a tangent here. I want you guys to know this is by no means saying that's the only way a family can work. Plenty of people have amazing families that are not in the traditional sense. But in my traditional setting of a family, this is the goal. So, what I'm saying is, be sure that the foundation of your life is strong before building other things, the walls of your life. Now, the foundation of my life is Katie. Unless I'm strong with Katie, my walls are just meaningless. However you look at it, the kids are stronger and we're stronger. That's my only regret. This video kind of went on a little bit, but hopefully you guys kind of understand what I was getting at. Don't lose focus of your main goal by working on goals to support that main goal, if that makes sense. That's not a game.